Hi there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your general angel reading for the week of February 28th through March 6th of 2022. So, in all the readings I've been doing for this week, there's been a pre-message come through, and so the angels have just now told me that yes, for the remaining readings, horoscope signs readings, that they want me to share that same message with everybody so that everybody knows. It's actually a two-part message. So the beginning part of it is to take the news with a grain of salt. There's things that you're seeing and that you're hearing, and you need to use some discernment to understand not necessarily specifically which ones are actually true and which are not. You might never know which specifics those are, but to use your knowledge of, events, current events and past events, to realize that not everything that you're seeing is true. Just take everything with a grain of salt and keep some healthy skepticism. Okay? Now, usually they're not that specific about, this earth world incidents or things going on or whatever. Usually it's more of a spiritual message, but this was very specific. And I checked in very deeply with myself. I know that this is not from me. Okay? So the other part of this message is that, we all have this, I guess, thing that we've been taught that we have to feel what somebody else is feeling. So when we sit here within ourselves and we kind of go, okay, well, I personally am experiencing this and this and this, and I find these parts are positive and these, bring me joy and these don't. And so, but as I observe somebody else having difficulty, now I've been taught that, oh, I have to feel bad for them because they are having difficulty. Now, certainly we always want to keep our compassion and our empathy and our ability to connect with the other people. But what our angels are saying to us right now is that when we pull ourselves down purposely to feel bad for those other people, we are actively harming them. Because our energy, our individual energy, goes out to the whole world and contributes to the whole. So when we have low energy, that is contributing to the whole of the earth. So being aware of what's happening there, while purposely keeping your own vibe high. So do what brings you joy. Spend time with the people that really resonate with you so that your vibe can be higher. Laugh. Have a beautiful sense of humor. Have fun. Be happy. Because that raises your vibration, which in turn raises the vibration of the whole earth, which helps those people over there. Okay, so hopefully that is, something you can understand. If not, just take that with a grain of salt too and don't reject it out of hand. Okay. All right. So let's now get into your actual reading, and let's see what specific things your angels have to tell you for this week. Okay. Perfect timing. This is the right time for you to move forward. So yes, you're on your track. Your train is moving forward. Be on it. Let it move forward. Help it move forward. Right? Let that track be, this beautiful golden path that you're recognizing and that you're happy to be on. There's I'm feeling some drag from behind, kind of you know, hard to get going, hard to get traction, cut those strings to whatever is holding, like whatever that weight is behind you. Cut those strings. Stop taking that baggage with you. You are beautiful. You are smart. You can do anything. And now is perfect timing. Your angels have helped arrange that. And so it's perfect timing to get going on this new thing. And they will help you get rid of that heaviness that has been dragged along up till so far. You know, it might not be an all at once thing. It'll be maybe a little at a time. But, you know, some of that, what you've been dragging along, some of that's a lack of self-confidence or a belief kind of that you don't deserve better. I'm feeling that. You've been making some really great strides lately. I can feel how you have developed and how you have evolved and how you understand that you are fully deserving. Now it's just to put it into practice. Yeah, you're doing great. You're really doing great. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. So, your thoughts have been kind of going faster than is easy. That's what they're saying. Don't let, like, those thoughts are, you can overthink things all day long, right? Please try not to. Let things just be as simple as they can be. Reduce it to the common denominator, to the lowest form, the smallest form. Let it be simple. So this is kind of, for some of you, this means stuff. This means getting rid of stuff. You've got too much stuff. It's dragging you down. Oh, that's part of that heaviness that, you know, that's stopping you from moving forward. That stuff has no purposeful meaning. You can remember it just as well as you can see it. If you really, really want that, take a photo of it and keep the photo in a special safe place. But you don't need the thing. Keep only the clothes that you actually wear regularly. You know, the appliances, kitchen appliances and extra dishes and that kind of stuff, get rid of those. Whatever's in the closet in the spare room, when's the last time you looked at it or used it? Now, some people do truly use those things. So if you're using it, great. But let life be simple. Don't have all this stuff that you're not using, that it's packed away. Look around, even the things that are out and on display, so ornaments and things like that. Do you care about them? You care about the person who gave them to you. But do you care about the actual item? Again, take a photo, get rid of the item. Okay, let things be as simple as possible so that you, in your world, can feel very safe knowing that you can see all the moving parts all the time. That's how that feels. Okay. And yeah, happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. It's kind of the same, keeping it simple, right? And it's along the same lines as that pre-message, that the happier you are, the higher your vibration is, and therefore the higher the vibration of the earth is. So when you're happy and when you're connecting with your true self, when you're acting in a way that totally suits you, that leads to happiness. That raises vibration. That assists the earth. Right? And so the happier you are, the more helpful you are. it feels like we have to word things that way. It's totally true, but we have to word things that way in order to appease your conscience or something like that, that you've been so taught that everybody else is more important than you. And to begin with, that's not true. Everyone is equal. But you have to believe that. It has to be presented to you in a way that you can square it with your conscience. You can leave that conscience behind. You can. Whatever helps you feel happy, do that. Excuse me. And so that was a clearing, like somebody's struggling with that concept. As many people do, because that selfishness thing has been so ingrained into us that, oh, we can't possibly want that because somebody else might want it. And there's not enough to go around. All of those things are incorrect. You can want whatever you want, and you can deserve it, and you love it, and you get along great with it. And as soon as somebody else also wants that same thing, then more of it is produced. There is plenty to go around. There is never a shortage. And these things make us happy, whether it is things or whether it's, whatever it is, states of mind, right? If those things make you happy, then that raises the vibration of the earth, and therefore that is helpful. Okay, that's something for you to take in to your very innermost self. Like, let yourself fully believe that. It feels like a kind of a going in and out and in and out. Like you really want to believe it, but then you can't let yourself because it's never been like that before. You were not taught that. And your most trusted people were the ones who taught you that other stuff. They thought they were right, but they weren't. And so it's doing you no good, nor does it do them any good to have you stay in that limiting belief system. So allow yourself to fully step into the knowledge of that and embrace it and live it. Okay? And so it looks here like it won't take you very long to fully embrace that, because everything you want comes to you in spring. It's March next week. Oh, so where I'm sitting today, it's March next week. This reading is for the beginning of March, the end of February and the beginning of March. So March is the month of spring. So everything you desire is coming very, very soon. So, letting yourself embrace that, letting yourself be ready for that, because when it comes, you might kind of go, oh, right, right? So let yourself get ready for it. Be ready to embrace that. Be ready to accept it. Say yes. Okay? All right. And yeah, practice, practice, practice. Whatever you want, practice having it. Practice feeling that way. Practice being that. Practice enjoying the new vehicle. Practice all the good stuff that you want, that you are grateful for, that you appreciate, that you already have. Right? That's how we get there. Yeah, that's how you create all those beautiful habits. Practice being confident in front of your mirror. Practice seeing your divineness every time you look at yourself. Practice all the good stuff, all the happy thoughts, the simplicity. Practice clearing things out. Practice knowing how amazing you are. Because that's what builds our future. as humanity, right? Is our knowledge of our divinity. And you might sit there and think, well, what can one little person do? Oh my God, so much. So much. You are equally important in the whole composition of everything. It cannot be done without you. So the higher you have yours, the higher everyone around you is going to be brought. It cannot be done without you. Okay. All right. Here, finish what you've started. It's to do with this perfect timing that we started with, and this is the ending of this reading. Well, the end card in the main 6 cards that come out to start with. Finish what you've started, because otherwise it's like unfinished clutter in your mind, and it'll be really hard for you to move forward until you've finished this. Okay. All right. So now we have the daily guidance cards. We'll ask for one last card to assist us, one last bit of wisdom, and it'll come out when it's ready. That's how this goes. There it is. Okay. Yes. Okay. The law of attraction. And that is exactly what we've been talking about. When you raise your vibe, that is the law of attraction. And that is what brings to you what you want, when what you want is vibing the same level as you are, right? So you have, that's why you practice having that beautiful feeling, having, that knowledge, practice being like that, right? And that is what brings to you more of the same. Okay, beautiful. Sagittarius, thank you so much. I appreciate very much that you've joined me for this reading. And I love you. And I will see you next week.